we need to start thinking about populations and people as a body. You know, when you're in school, you always hear the student body. The people above us, they look at us as just like one small body of people. They don't look at us individually, they look at us as a group. Our person, our body is described based on reoccurring experiences. So if the black population was a body, in order for us to change as a group of people, we must work on ourselves. Law of attraction, learn about it. Once you learn about it, you'll have a much better life. All right, and we're back with another Starlight interview. Who do we have today? I have another 10-year brother, Dejour Battle. He is a up-and-coming entrepreneur, self-employed businessman. I don't want to say too much because that's what we're here for. We're here to get to learn Dejour and his story, what he's been through, and what he's here to push to the world. So no more wasting time, let's get right onto it. I'm gonna have Dejour introduce himself, say his name, birthday, where he's from, anything as an introductory statement, and then we're gonna get right into it. So, Dejour, who are you for the people that don't know you?
Yeah, once again, appreciate the introduction, my man. Dejour Battle, being here with my man, Donovan, man. He's a 10-year brother. You know, we've been knowing each other a long time, and come from Hampton, Virginia, and you know, well, originally, yeah, Hampton, Virginia, but I'm in Newport News right now, and I gotta say, man, it's been, you know, a long journey as far as, you know, just learning and growing, and really just, you know, just getting to know myself, you know, and I gotta say, man, I'm happy I'm here and with him today, and I'm really glad that we're doing this, you know. Let's get to it.
Yep, let's get right on to it. So we're gonna get to his past, see what he's been through, what his past was like, because what he's been through built him into the person that he is today. So let's get to it. All right, on to Dejour's past, see what he's been through, what he went through, because what he went through built him into the person that he is today. So first, Dejour, how was it in your household while you was growing up? I know that you have just one brother, correct? One younger brother, and so how was it growing up in your household while you was young? Could you paint a picture for the audience?
It was very, I mean, for me, it was very interesting. And, you know, me and my little brother, we always spent time together. You know, just doing many different things, going outside and playing, and, you know, typical sibling stuff. And sometimes, you know, you pick on your brother, y'all get into little fights or whatever. You know, it was just like the standard stuff. And I actually started getting into a little bit more into sports, you know, as time went on, you know, the years went on. Being outside, you know, playing basketball all the time, and coming out here to where we at, Eaton Middle School, man, and long time ago, the rims were up, and I gotta say, it was, you know, really fun out here, and playing football in the field across the house, and, you know, many different stuff like that. But you know, growing up, I never really thought about what I wanted to do. You know, I just was just going through life. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people.
Yeah, me too. I was doing the same thing. I said I wanted to be a PE teacher before, just because I wanted to keep playing basketball. I said I wanted to be an archaeologist. I said I wanted to do a lot of stuff, but look at me now. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to do any of that. So you ain't got to have your whole life figured out at the time that you think you need to figure it out, because that's what the future is for. Things unfold through the future. So good point right there. So yeah, next question, kind of already got into it. What kept you entertained while you was young? You said was outside watching TV. What type of, like, get in the details of it? What you like to do specifically?
Balling, you know, basketball.
You play football too as well, right?
Yeah, rec league football for Aberdeen. You know Aberdeen.
Yeah, yes sir.
I actually tried to play middle school ball, but stuff kept getting canceled with that, so just kept falling to rec league and playing with many different people. Like I said, AAU basketball, high school, and football, of course, and video games. You know, I play video games sometimes. We ain't really have Wi-Fi in the house, so I was playing story mode and playing one-on-ones with the robots, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what kept me entertained.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to watch TV as well. What made me, like you said, we all kind of weird in our own way. What made me weird is I used to watch cartoons and figure out the lessons in the cartoons. That's why I know a lot today. I used to watch like not Naruto. That's one thing I did watch, but I used to watch SpongeBob and it would be like, all right, what's the lesson of this episode? Why did Patrick do this to SpongeBob, and what was SpongeBob supposed to learn from that? Like, I really used to do that as a kid, and I look back at it now, I was like, why the heck was I doing that? But it's just what I liked to do when I was younger. Our third question, Dejor, was there a situation that happened in your life or a lesson that you learned while you were younger that helped you grow as a man? And just something that you learned, maybe an older person, elder, just said, hey, young boy, you should, gave you some game, or you learned it by yourself, or anything like that?
Growing up, when I had my Pontiac Grand Prix, I started learning the power of gratitude. So, meaning, the car, it was driving fine. When you first get the car, you're excited. You're like, yeah, you're driving it. I was driving fast, doing anything and everything, And, at the time I had a little girlfriend, whatever. And that was, not the current one, this is a different one, this, older one. And, I used to pick her up all the time and picking people up in the car. When you get a new car, people ask for rides and stuff. And, you start just driving. And over time, it starts to break down, right? So, meaning there were different bumps and bruises under the engine, under the hood. And that's when, it was times where the window would start working or something. It would start raining and inside the car get wet or anything like that. And I'm getting mad. I'm getting pissed off. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening with my car. And that's when it was a time where I actually couldn't drive the car, and I was driving my mother's truck. And that's when her truck actually broke down in the drive-through, cookout drive-through, with mad people behind me. And I'm sitting there like, oh shoot, I don't know what to do. So I tried to cut it back on and called her and said, what do I do? And that's when she said, just turn the steering wheel. So I turned it, cut it on, and I'm sitting there like, man, because already before I was already pissed off. I had to drive her car or her truck. My car was messing up, and it kept attracting bad things. And after that, that's when I said, you know what, at least I got a car, at least I got this and that. And the power of gratitude just started kicking in more and more and more. And about a year later, I ended up buying my own car, and now I'm driving it.
As me and Dejor was talking before this, we was just talking about just gratitude and appreciation of things. Like attracts like. And I said this in a previous interview, and I was saying life is like a river, right? And your emotions is like the current of the river. And the current just happens, it just flows, right? So your emotions just flow. Say your emotions are always negative. So it's just flowing negatively. You're always thinking bad. Say you want to think positively. You want things to go well. So you're swimming against the current. You can make all the effort you want, and swim against the current, but the moment you stop to take a breather, you start flowing back. So your emotions has to be positive, because it's the small things that count, and that can be used in other things in life. So like people that think they don't matter, it's the small people that count, not the big people. It's small things like that. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. That's gonna be the seeming reoccurrent topic, law of attraction. Learn something today. This is gonna be a great interview. All right, so last question about the past is, Dejor, would you change your past or would you keep it the same? Because if you watch movies and like Back to the Future, if you change something super small, like a meal that you have for one day, that could have a chain reaction to becoming your favorite meal, and now you're fat. And like, just because you changed one meal for one day. So would you change anything about your past, or would you keep it the same?
I keep it the same. Everything, I believe, I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. So everything in your past happened for a reason. Like it happened.
You into the person
Yeah.
today.
Yep.
Why we here, yep.
So yeah.
So you keep it the same. That's good. You guys see this good light we got from the sun, that natural light. All right, but we about to get on to DeJoy's present, see what he's crafting and creating on today, to see what he's pushing towards into the future. So let's get to it. All right, on to DeJoy's present, see what he's working and crafting on today in the present moment, to see what he has his field of vision on in his future. So first, what are you doing nowadays that keeps you occupied and that you do in your day-to-day life? What do you do now?
Nowadays, just thinking about different projects that I can work on that can, elevate me and help me learn and excel, and looking for new challenges. What can I do to get to this next level, and how can I get here and there? And other than that, hanging with my girlfriend, just hanging with her, and just being around family. That's pretty much about it.
Right, and then we ain't gonna tell you guys too much because we want you to see the product, but DeJoy is working on a book, actually revitalizing a previous book that he's made. And do you want to tell the audience anything about that? Like I said, we ain't gonna tell you guys too much because this is a great book. The title itself has a great title. It's connected to DeJoy. So is anything you want to say about the book?
The book, I'll give them the title, of course. Is it worth the battle? I made it special for us, for Black people, because it's something that some things that we all been seeing and experiencing, and I feel like I just want to put my thoughts out there for anyone that can relate to me, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to the things that are in the book.
Like you said, it's directed for people with black skin, and once you see the cover, you're gonna be like, oh man, I can see that sets the tone for the book already.
Yeah.
Next question, what do you do that keeps you entertained nowadays? We said in your past you used to play outside, watch TV, play games. What do you do now since you're older that keeps you entertained? You said you be with your girl a little bit. What do you guys do together?
We both are content creators, so I help her, create whatever content she needs. I'm just the person that's in the back studio, just making sure she looks good and make sure, that I'm just there to support her, period. She's the main show, she does her thing, and whatever she asks, I just do it. And me personally, I do the same thing, try to create my own content as far as like motivating others, something funny, anything like that. And other than that, when me and her are together, we just continue to learn and grow. And I gotta say, without her, I pretty much don't know what I'd be doing, So.
That having a twin flame, a soulmate, is very important for women I can't even say having the opposite sex, because whoever makes you happy. For me, it's women. For you, it's whoever it is. DeJoy is women. But just having, like I said, Bryce, another guy that I had an interview for, has Sanaya. They're doing great. They have a house together, got a dog. They're gonna spend a long time together, and they're gonna build a big empire. DeJoy, he has his twin flame, his soulmate, Cache. They have a very stable foundation. They're gonna do great things. Me, I'm trying to find mine, but we're gonna get there one day. But yeah, just having that person that motivates you when you're not feeling that well is very important. Because you said you guys are content creators, make videos and stuff. Do you want to plug in your social medias and stuff like that? YouTube channels. What's your Instagram? What's her Instagram?
Of course. So the book one is it worth the battle? It's being in the works right now. Of course, I created it and everything, been following people, but that's one. It's getting updated for some great content. My regular page is Battle and Motivation. Her page is Cash, that's CASH.CHE. And other than that, we're working on the YouTube channel. Twitter, I'm actually making a different Twitter handle because I'm just resetting everything for better purposes.
Hopefully sooner or later we'll have our own platform, the Northern Stars Starlight interview. It'll be under a different name. I already got the different name, but I'm gonna keep that concealed until then. Next question about your present moment. who motivates you? Do you have any mentors, people you look up to? Who pushes you?
Oh, good question. Good question. Of course, like I said, my lady, she pushes me. Every time I look at my mother and my family and them, they push me as well. I don't have an exact mentor yet. I'm still out there searching for someone that, matches, the kind of energy that I have. But my guy, Kobe Bryant, that's the one I always look up to. And if you guys will look up Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas is a person I listen to a lot. His speeches really, touch me, and it's someone I aspire to be like, So those two different people.
Those are two good people. And last question that I have for your present is, if you could change something about society and how everybody day-to-day operations is ran, what would you change about society?
What would I change? You know how everyone wants the president to do this and the president to do that, when it's the Congress and the Senate are the ones that make the laws and do all this stuff. Like the people in your home city or state, they're the exact people making these crazy laws and all that, and people are not thinking about them. They're thinking about president this, the president that. I want the people to work more as a body, as one, to really make the change instead of just going after that one person. Go for the body, go for that person, that inside instead of that main head.
Hey, that's exactly what we're here for. I could take that single point and go 100 different ways. Like I said, the real thing that matters is the small things. The big portions will always be the big portions, but the small things change every time, or change all the time. So if you can control the small things, control the flow of your river, control your subconscious, the things that you don't consciously think about but just always happen in the background, if you could change that, things will change. Just like you said, we need to start thinking about things, about populations and people as a body. When you're in school, this is the middle school we both went to, Eaton Middle School, you always hear the student body. What does that mean? So if you think about each and every person, put them in a group and average them together, you get one number. And think about, like you guys remember Power Rangers, and they would control different parts of the body, but all together they're one big robot, right? The people above us, they look at us as just like one small body of people. They don't look at us individually, they look at us as a group. So the group of people is only itself based on the small pieces of people. So like you said, if we can all get on one accord and work on the small things, work on our insides, ourselves, then the whole figure will be totally different. Because the total figure, the student body, the black population, the black body, and this is another point I wanted to make. Our person, our body, is described based on reoccurring experiences. So if the black population was a body, that person will always be getting killed by the white population, and it'll get revived, but it'll die again, because we have the same experiences, right? If you could see us as a body, we would look kind of poor, because that's the state we are in the most part. If you average it out, it may look different, but you guys see what I'm saying here. In order for us to change as a group of people, we must work on ourselves. Law of attraction, learn about it. Once you learn about it, you'll have a much better life. All right, we're on to the last part now. Dejor's future, see what he has his field of vision on, see what he's moving on into in space-time in the future. So let's get to it. All right, we're on to Dejor's future, see what he has his field of vision on. We're gonna get this going because it's super windy and I'm cold. All right, but first question, so if everything that you're working on in the next 5 years goes perfect and smooth, where would you see yourself? So at that point, it'll be 2025. Where would you see yourself?
At 2025, So it's 2020 right now, so about 5 years from now I'll be 28.
Yep.
So I feel like at the age of 28 I'll be in a position where I'm financially stable, like I'm not worried about nothing. I'm calling it now, I'm be making millions.
Hey, law of attraction. This video will be posted in 2020.
Yep.
So in 2028, even if he's not there yet, you'll be able to see his growth and how law of attraction helped him. So my bad, I just interrupted you, but hey, this is law of attraction in real time.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, with 2028, 2025, and then you'll be 28.
Yep.
What would you think you'll be?
Like I said, of course, making $1 million. I know I'll be married and have kids, you know. I'm not sure on how many. Yeah, I don't know how many, but I mean, however many, you know, God gives me, then that's what I'm accepting, you know. And of course, I'm doing that, and I feel like I'll be leading a group of people to helping them, you know, really find out more about themselves, and overall, just working with like-minded individuals, you know.
Yep, and that's great. That's a great vision for yourself. We don't have to have everything figured out. We just try the best we can in our present moment. And if you could, you know, like be a genie or something and could predict the future perfectly, what would you think would be different about the world in 10 years? So it would be 2030. What would you think would be different about the world?
I feel like as far as us as black people, we'll have advanced way further, like in jobs, businesses, and everything, because fed up, you know. So fighting more for stuff and actually getting people to open their eyes and see what we're doing, and more black people are going to come and stand up, and there's going to be more people just hearing us out, and we're actually, you know, getting the things that we deserve and that should have been given to us a long time ago.
Yeah, because we've been waiting 400 years for it to happen, so I think we're well overdue for some type of change.
Yep.
I think we deserve it.
Yeah.
Next question. If you could pick 3 to 5 celebrities, or just anybody really, that you would want to partner or work with, who would those 3 to 5 people be in your future?
In my future, man? So this is I listen to Travis Scott. He's one of my main dogs. I like to listen to him. That's somebody I will partner with, because he has like everyone on his side pretty much. The marketing he has, like the companies he work with, like what black do you really know, or black artists you know work with McDonald's?
Right, yeah, that's true, yeah. Just being a part of business, that having partners and endorsements and stuff, learning how to do that is very important, and that dude really knows how to do it. He's with Jordan, McDonald's, all that. So yeah, that's a good guy. That's one.
So I want to work with Michael B. Jordan. That's one person I would like to work with. I feel like he's someone that, you know, could really. I think if he was a mentor to me, that's someone I definitely would listen to for sure.
And what about him? Do you like Michael B. Jordan? Like what makes him somebody that you like? Do you see him? Because that's the guy that was on Black Panther, right?
Yep.
I guess you follow him and see what he does outside of movies. Like what's the characteristic about him?
Like I said, the confidence I see him have in like each movie or when he steps out, like he's someone that he knows what he's talking about. I don't know if you've seen the movie Fruitvale Station a while ago.
I have, yeah. I have seen that.
So seeing him act as someone to play that kind of character, a tough character like that, I think that says a lot about him as a person, to really just fill in that role and feel how that dude felt at that time. I wish I can remember the guy's name.
Would you want to do film? Would you want to act?
Yeah, me and her always talked about that. We want to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know like what type of film I'm gonna do, but that's in my future. So we'll work with that as well. So yeah, you got 2 people. You got Travis Scott, Michael B. Jordan. Can you get one more? All right, let's get 2 more. Anybody, whoever your 3rd person, and then if it's not a lady, let's get a lady in, and that'll be it.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about a lady. One day I want, at least if I can't work with her, meet with her. Was it Tracy Ellis Ross?
Who's that?
played on Girlfriends, the light-skinned lady. You know what I'm talking about?
I have to see. I'm better with faces than names.
Faces. Oh, I wish you know who she was, man, because she's someone that I look up to. And she's very funny. Her personality all around is just she seemed like a person you can really get along with, and seemed like she's that kind of person. But then also in the business side, like she don't mess around. Yeah.
Hey, females. That's another thing. Females should be much more respected in the business world than they are right now. But like DeJoy said, in the next 10 years, that should flip around. We should be getting our reparations and payback soon. And then sooner or later, you females will be on the top, on the pedestal in your throne like you need to be, like you deserve.
Yep.
So would you have anybody else, or those are your three? You got Travis Scott, Michael B. Jordan, and Tracy Ross? Yeah, Tracy Ellis Ross. Are those good?
Last person I'll just say real quick is Denzel Washington. And like we said, want to do acting, right?
Yeah, he's a great actor, yeah. He's a great actor, yeah. My favorite black actor is Will Smith, but then after that, it's probably Denzel Washington. Yeah. But yeah, that'll be great. We coming for you guys. When we meet up with you, when we got the money for it, you better work with us, because we'll only make your portfolio bigger.
Yep. Is it worth the battle? That's gonna be in the works right now. Shout out to Northern Stars and Donovan. Proud of what they're doing over here. Seen a lot of growth in this dude. Let's keep pushing.
Yes, sir. Hey, this is only the beginning, but the beginning of something great. This is like a seedling, and it's about to be a big old oak tree in a little bit. But we're gonna get to it. Peace and love, family. Never stay the same, grow bigger.